It's official. Karoline Leavitt has done the unimaginable. She won.
Think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists, but they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years.
After months of dramatic courtroom battles, viral media chaos, and desperate attempts at damage control by ABC executives, Karoline Leavitt pulled off the impossible. She just won her jaw-dropping $800 million defamation case against The View. Yes, you heard that right. The once dominant daytime powerhouse has suffered the biggest blow in its history.
You were right. And of course she was Trump's press secretary during the campaign, but that was all about trashing Joe Biden. Now she's in an elevated position representing the White House, and she's here to talk about what the administration is going to do moving forward.
When Joe Biden was in the Oval Office, or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure.
Oh, shit! Didn't you see that coming, did you, old man, huh? Nailed your sleepy ass. But seriously, you get one, all right? So let's move forward. Today, everyone wants to know about the federal spending freeze that Trump's been doing. So what's that about?
What exactly did The View say to spark this legal wildfire? And how did Karoline turn a viral hit piece into an $800 million court victory? Buckle up, because this story is a wild ride.
Let's talk about the Gulf of America. Okay, so okay, tell me what happened with the AP. Give me what's going on here.
So
It's just us, right? It's just us. Okay.
well, I really would love to answer this question, but upon driving over here from the White House, I actually learned that I have been sued by the Associated Press.
Oh, that means, okay, we cannot. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, personally?
We'll see them in court.
Wait a second. Personally?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
See, this is what these people do. It's called lawfare. You can't say it. I'll say it. It's called lawfare, people. That means I'll probably get sued in the next 30 minutes or so.
Like most of The View's media disasters, it started with a smirk, a smug look, and a dig so rehearsed it might as well have been on a teleprompter. Karoline Leavitt didn't stroll into that studio clueless. She knew exactly what she was stepping into, a battlefield where conservative women were mocked more than heard. Still, she showed up, confident, professional, calm voice, steady hands, ready to talk about national defense, civic duty, and real policy.
They really don't like this woman. She's a good communicator. And so Joy Behar just offered her analysis on why Leavitt was picked for the role.
She didn't lash out, didn't fire off a furious Twitter thread, didn't cry on Instagram. Instead, she straightened her blazer, calmly took a sip of water, and smiled.
I am stating facts that your colleagues have stated in the past.
Okay,
now, as
I'm
for
sorry,
this
guys.
debate,
We're going to come back out to the
expectation
panel.
for-
Caroline,
the
thank you very much for
expectation
your time.
These women are completely out of touch with reality.
Those women completely disconnected from reality. And ABC, it was time for a wake-up call. Karoline didn't crack. She was ready. As soon as the cameras stopped rolling, she made the call that flipped everything upside down. She rang her lawyers. The headlines followed like lightning strikes. Karoline Leavitt sues The View for $800 million. A BC in turmoil after explosive defamation suit. Conservative powerhouse drops legal bombshell on daytime television.
Don't forget, it's the American people who are funding this government, and they deserve people who are actually showing up to work on their behalf.
That was it. The smoking gun. It wasn't casual conversation. It was a setup. Plain and simple. A BC didn't see it coming. Their execs panicked. Legal scrambled. PR pulled emergency shifts. There was even early talk of suspensions. It wasn't just bad optics. It was catastrophic.
President Trump's life echoed the sentiment that President Trump is a threat to democracy. And if you're a deranged lunatic and you're mentally ill, you will believe that lie. And yes, you will take political violence like we have seen in 2 instances against President Trump. Last week, Tim Walz and Kamala Harris said that everyone who showed up to President Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden was a Nazi. That's despicable, dangerous, divisive rhetoric that is spewed by the Democrat Party every single day.
Karoline wasn't just another conservative voice anymore. She became the woman who exposed the fake polish of daytime TV. She wasn't trending for a soundbite, but for holding a major network accountable. Behind the scenes, Joy Behar reportedly called Karoline's attorney, hinting at a private settlement and even a public apology. Pure desperation. Sunny Hostin skipped the apologies and went straight to legal defense, consulting her own lawyers and asking to be dropped from the lawsuit. Karoline's team didn't flinch. While The View scrambled, Karoline's camp kept the pressure on. calm, focused, and in full control.
Isn't it rich that The View is saying she got the job based on looks when DEI is all about based on looks?
ABC went into full crisis mode. Daily emergency meetings, execs yelling, settlement talks, and whispers of canceling The View. That word, cancellation, surfaced during a late-night legal huddle, then leaked. Staff heard, Twitter exploded. The once dominant show was now a liability. Meanwhile, Karoline stayed focused. Her legal team delivered one line that shook Hollywood. Accountability cannot be negotiated. In court, she was calm. The hosts weren't. Whoopi hid behind sunglasses. Joy looked sick. Sunny fumbled. Karoline's team played footage, showed damning internal messages. We need a viral moment. Karoline's the target. Then the memo. She cracked. Only she didn't. Verdict, defamation. Damages, $800 million. The internet lost it. Hashtags trended. Reporters stunned. Karoline didn't brag. She thanked her team and walked out. Quiet, controlled, victorious.
The most divisive and disgusting speech that any president, certainly in my lifetime, has ever given. He essentially waged war on half of the country by saying that we are all a to democracy because we believe in putting America first. It's not radical to want to put your country and your own people first. It's not radical to want to have a strong border, a strong military, and to unleash the might of your own economy, not economies around the world.
The morning after the verdict, ABC was in chaos. Major advertisers pulled out within hours. PR teams scrambled and legal staff worked non-stop. Executives debated whether to rebrand The View or cancel it entirely. A leaked memo read, "We underestimated this guest. We underestimated this lawsuit. Now we're facing the worst PR crisis in network history." Whoopi hasn't returned. Joy is silent. Sunny's gone quiet. Producers are canceling interviews. Behind the scenes, it's like a funeral. Meanwhile, Karoline Leavitt is being hailed as a media reform icon, even dubbed the conservative AOC by journalists who once dismissed her.
There is a lot of reporting out there that is putting the onus on this White House for the increased cost of eggs. I would like to point out to each and every one of you that in 2024, when Joe Biden was in the Oval Office, or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure, egg prices increased 65% in this country. We also have seen the cost of everything, not just eggs. Bacon, groceries, gasoline have increased because of the inflationary policies of the last administration.
Fans are even turning it all into merch. T-shirts stamped 800 million equals silence across the front. Stickers saying, next time you mock someone, lawyer up. It's not just support anymore, it's a movement. And The View, they're in free fall. Meanwhile, Karoline stands taller than ever.
Do you want to check this?
So, you cannot be attractive and smart? I will try to give Joy the benefit, and well, thank you. I try to give Joy the benefit of the doubt that she didn't see that briefing, because if you saw that yesterday on numerous topics, no big binder, I think she might have had a different impression of this young woman who held her own.
I mean, you would have to give her the benefit of the doubt that she did absolutely no research or reading about anything dealing with Karoline Leavitt before she made that remark.
The aftershocks are real. Talk shows are rushing to update guest policies. Legal teams are holding emergency trainings. Execs are quietly tightening control over live broadcasts. The View's downfall sent a clear message. Reckless talk has real consequences, especially when someone like Karoline Leavitt is in the room. She's not bragging, she's just winning, with proof, with strategy, with composure. And it's working. This verdict didn't just change Karoline's career, it shook the entire media industry. The silence is breaking and the rules have changed.
Yes, and as you mentioned, with conservative women, there's a long list of that, both of Trump's previous press secretaries, females, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Kayleigh McEnany, other figures like his campaign manager the first time, Kellyanne Conway, Sarah Palin very famously had to bear the brunt of a lot of this. So people are used to that. I think in their bubble of the audience that The View speaks to, that's probably kind of what the groupthink is. So one defense, I guess, is that she was speaking to her audience, but you take it outside of that bubble the way you are right now, and we all can see.
Now it's your turn. Was Karoline right to take it all the way to court? Did The View finally cross a line they couldn't walk back? Are we witnessing the start of a whole new era, one where the media finally answers for what it says? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading every single one. And before you head out, smash that like button if you believe truth still matters, and hit subscribe so you don't miss a single update on this evolving story.